All right, in this week's lesson, we're going to go over some embellishing. And what I want you to do with this is basically just find places to add all of these things into your songs and arrangements, okay? The first one I want to touch on is a slide, okay? I use these all the time. All right, I just use slides left and right. I'll slide multiple frets. I'll slide delayed slides. Here's a delayed slide. All right, instead of a quick slide. So we've got multiple types of all of these embellishments. So a regular slide would just be hitting that note and sliding pretty quickly after hitting the note. All right, then you've got kind of a delayed slide where you hit the note and let it ring a little bit and slide. Now there I slid quickly over 2 frets. We can also do slow drawn out slides where you hear each note. You hear the difference there? So there's all sorts of different things you can do even with one embellishment called a slide. So just right there I'm sliding 2 frets. I'm doing that rather fast. Now I'll slow it down. See how we can hear the notes ringing out? All right, so just realize there's different ways to do every one of these things. And when you're putting these into your arrangements, go ahead and think about it. You know, think about, oh, should I do that? Which slide should I do there? Let me hear what it sounds like. I go by what sounds nice to my ear, okay? So there's a slide, all right? And you can cover a lot of space with slides. You can also do a sort of vibrato thing at the end of your slide where you just wiggle the string a little bit. You can do bends in your slides. I do those a lot. Okay, so while I'm doing the slide, I will bend the note and bring it back. So you see, what's that, 5 or 6 different ways here just to do one slide. You know, you can go backwards with it. There's just so many different things you can do there. Okay, so that's the slide. Now another thing I utilize a lot is a pull-off or a double pull-off. And a pull-off's just simply ringing out your note and then scraping your finger off of it. Right? Now I will combine these with another embellishment called a bend. So I'll bend the note first, then pull off. And boy, it just gives it such a really cool sound. Okay, so here's without a bend. Just a regular pull off. Then here's with a more pronounced bend. So like that. All right, so that is kind of a single pull off there. I'll also do double pull offs a lot right here from 2 to 1. Okay, so I'll do a double pull off here. So out of 1 pluck, how many notes am I getting? 1, 2, 3 different notes, okay? Now I'll also combine another element too and do a hammer-on before I do the double pull offs. That gives me another note. So that's 4 notes out of 1 pluck. So you can see here how much variation you can get just by doing these things. And do them all over the place. Combine them. You know, have a slide pull off, a slide bend, a slide hammer-on. And a hammer-on is just the opposite of plucking it off. You're just hammering the note on after you pluck it. You can do it from an open string, or you can do it from a fretted note onto another note. And again, you can delay them. Those are good in your waltz time stuff. When you delay stuff, it really sounds nice. And you know, that bend is really nice to add into things. So a bend again, you can see that crooked string there, right? We're just bending that note. And then adding a little little wiggle onto the note. That's also another thing. And with these embellishments, you can have too many. So there's like a balance there. Just like anything else, if you do the exact same thing over and over and over again and cram tons of it in there, it can be too much. So you have to time these things right. And by doing that, I just mean listen to yourself when you're playing. Record yourself, listen to it back. And you can hear, okay, you know, that's a little bit overboard. I want to dial that back a little bit. That sort of thing. So when you're taking your simple melody song, okay, the melody notes where you're just playing the melody notes, you've just learned the melody of the song, okay, you start adding some strums and vary those strums. Add some patterns, but vary those patterns. Break them up some, okay? Then add these embellishments, pack in the notes, and all sorts of things. I've taught you videos on this in the past, of packing in the notes, and next week I'm going to do another packing in the notes video. But, you know, and when I take these specific songs and show you it on that song, I hope you realize I'm not trying to teach you the song per se. I'm trying to teach you the technique of adding these things in there. And of course, realize this is my style, and you're going to develop your own style as you go. But you can apply some of these techniques to find your style as well. All right, so that's going to be it for this week. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next week.